Hi friends, welcome back. In this video, we are going to see the sixth and seventh component, which is nothing but defining the formula results as well as testing the complete setups as well as coding, which we have done since the first video of this playlist. Let's start defining the formula results. Now go to the formula results window, give the name of the element, give the formula name which we have developed in the last uh, video, and I'm going to add each and every output variable from the formula, and then I'm assigning it as a direct value back to the element in terms of pay value and messages. See message 4, direct result message 4, and then message to message, it's message 2, and so message 2 map to message 2, message 3 map to message 3, and 4 to 4. And similarly I will start doing for the p underscore message and p underscore direction amount also to the another element, which is SLD previous year. So one is for the current year. If you try to recall the formula for current year, we are doing the calculations and assigning to the SLD current year element, and for the previous year we are doing the calculation and assigning it back to SLD previous year. So I'm defining the results from the formula outputs to the respective elements and input values. Let us complete all the output variables. I think we are done with all these messages. Now let's save the record. Now I'm going to add one more input variable because I forgot to define one input variable by name year, so that I can assign the output variable from the formula to this year input value of this element. Similarly, I'm going to do it for the SLD previous year element also. Let me query the element, going to the input values, I'm going to the last record and define the input variable year. It's a number type, so the definition is done. Let me go back to the formula results. Let me query the my element. I first have a date track to the 1st July 2020, which is a creation date of this formula results. I'm going back to the formula results, and c underscore year should be assigned as a direct result to the SLD current year in the input value year. Similarly, c and p underscore year should be assigned as an indirect result to SLD previous year in the year value. Okay, we are done with the definitions. Let's start doing the testing. Let me go and make the entry for the sick leave deduction element, but I can't see the element appearing here, and I don't want that also because I don't want this to be manually input for each and every employee's element entries. Instead, let us go back to the element links, and we will define the eligibility as standard for all the employees, so that whomsoever are availing the sick days, for them automatically the formula and will do the calculations by calling the PLSQL, and it will return the appropriate deduction amount. Let me go to the element description window to see the element name, and as well as to go to the links window to and I'm going to define the link as a standard. So once I define a standard, then it will automatically appear for all the payrolls as a marked as all payrolls. It's going to appear in all the element entries window. I'm not defining costing at this moment because this is just for the demonstration purpose, for the video purpose. Once you have the costing, you can even define the costing, balancing, and costing segments also. Let me go to the employee and its entry screen. Now, if you see, you can see the element SLD current year, and this will appear for each and every employee also. Let us do the quickly the test results. I'm going to do a quick pay for 30th of June 2020 to see whether any deduction is coming for this particular employee. Once the run is finished, let us open the statement of earnings. I'm making another run also, 31st July 2020. Why? Because my element link is effective from 1 July only. So I have by mistake I have done as 30th of June, which is not going to give me any results. Let us start the run, and once run is finished, we will see the statement of earnings. Yeah, the quick pay has ended in error. Let us go and see the error message. I thought of cutting this portion of the video, but I wanted you also to see the error message so that you guys can easily fix them out if you face the error. So I'm getting negative net pay. Let me go back. So I'm trying to delete a couple of sick leaves. Let us try to execute our PLSQL. Let's see what's the value it's bringing from the backend. Let us add the message properly. Well, the amount is showing us, and let us go and do the quick pay now. Well, now if you see the quick pay has got completed successfully, let us go and check the statement of earnings. Well, let me go through the run results instead of earnings. I'm going to query for my element. Yeah, I can see the element with the value. So I can see all the messages also got printed here. So we are able to see all our messages whichever we got from the PLSQL. All the messages are coming up here because we have passed the print to the fast formula, fast formula to the return formula results, and in turn it comes back as a input value to the elements run results. All right. So now we have seen how we can test this entire flow from the start till the end. Now you can see the complete messages coming up here. The messages exactly whatever messages we have put up, exactly it will come up here because it all comes from the fast formula only. Fast formula comes as the output variable, return value variables. From the return variables, the values gets mounted and comes here, and you can see all the messages here. Okay, thank you friends. We have seen all these 7 components over the last 6 videos in the playlist. If you have any other doubts, please feel free to write your comments or your queries in the comments box. And if you really like this video as well as other videos in this playlist, please click the like icon and please subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends. Thank you very much. Bye bye.